What's up guys, GRC here, and today I'll be reviewing the Mercury M2 mouse from Gravastar. This is their first attempt at a gaming mouse, and if you're like me and have ADHD and just want to know right away, would I recommend this mouse? The answer is probably not. If you want the reasons why, keep watching. So there are a few different variations of the Gravastar Mercury mouse. They only sent over the M2 for me to review, but there is also the M1 Pro and M1 Pro Battle Worn. Unlike how Zowie names their mice, the shape between all three Mercury mice is the same. This is disappointing simply because it means less options and choices for you, the consumer. The notable differences are in frame material and weight, battery life, switches used for the buttons, and potentially polling rate. The unboxing experience is pretty straightforward. You get the mouse, of course, a USB-C to USB-A cable, wireless receiver and adapter, along with an extra set of mouse feet and mouse grips. Before using the mouse, don't forget to remove all 6 of the coverings over the Teflon feet. I almost missed the 2 in the middle here. Now, I did not get off to the best start with this mouse, as my USB-C to USB-A adapter was defective. It was simply not working at all. Since it only sent me the one mouse, I'm going to give Gravastar the benefit of the doubt here and assume this is just an outlier and it's uncommon, especially since the overall quality of the mouse seems high. More on that later. When it comes to the shape and shell of the Mercury mouse, it seems Gravastar has prioritized form over function. The mouse, in my opinion, looks really cool, but unfortunately just doesn't provide that great of a user experience. This stems mainly from the mouse's unique shape and somewhat odd design choices. To start with, the mouse is not well balanced. It's clearly front heavy. There's also not a whole lot of space for your thumb. Judging by the indentation and or grip tape, if you put that on, it seems like they expect you to place your thumb more forward on the mouse. If you place it directly under the side buttons, you get this weird sensation that you're only half holding on to the mouse. Because you kind of are. I think the holes on the sides of the mouse are simply too large. Here you can see the dimensions of the mouse. The grip width is between 57 and 58 millimeters. From the front to rear overhang, I measured it to be about 123 millimeters, and the height was just under 40 at 39 millimeters. And the mouse came in at 80 grams on my scale. Because of the mouse's overall small size and my 20.5 by 10.5 centimeter hand, I was basically forced to use a hybrid claw and fingertip grip. Thankfully, I could aim reasonably well with it, but I definitely noticed its shape and shell hindering me at times. Part of that is definitely because I'm more used to larger ergo mice, but I think the other part is simply some of the odd design choices they went with. On the plus side, the mouse feels really well built. In fact, it feels like possibly one of the most well-constructed mice that I own, and I own a lot. There was virtually zero sound coming from the mouse when stressing its shell. By the way, I think they need to come up with a new slogan. Be cool, play it, just sounds like broken English. Sensor implementation felt rock solid. With this mouse, you're getting the Pixart 3395 sensor. There's really not much to say here. This is one of the top sensors on the market. I didn't notice any skipping or loss of wireless connection or anything like that, and thankfully there was no sensor rattle. Buttons were great, nice and tactile. I would say on the medium to light side in terms of force required for activation. There is some post travel on all the buttons, but nothing too crazy. Scroll wheel reaches this middle ground where it's not great for gaming or web browsing. I find that for gaming, I wish there was more tactility in its steps, and that for browsing, I wish there was less. Thankfully, the mouse feet are excellent. They glided perfectly smoothly on my Artisan Zero Soft. Getting third-party mouse gates might be a challenge, but they do include an extra set in the box, which is nice. Battery life also seemed stellar. I used the mouse for 90 minutes straight with all the lighting effects turned off, and it didn't even move the battery life percentage at all. There is also a decent software offering here that allows you to customize pretty much all the stuff you'd come to expect. Overall, it's a bit of a mixed bag with the Gravastar Mercury mouse. They nail so many aspects of the mouse. The feet, buttons, wireless sensor, and overall construction of the mouse are pretty fantastic. For me personally, I just have a hard time getting over the shape and shell. Hopefully, they listen to consumer feedback and made changes for their next mouse. I do have to applaud them for at least trying something unique. Unfortunately, I don't think it worked out for them this time. The M2 simply feels outdated. I mean, it's 2024, and I have been personally spoiled by so many lightweight and well-balanced mice. Unless your main priority is aesthetics, I have a hard time recommending this mouse over other options. The mouse market is just already flooded with so many other great choices. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found it helpful or at least entertaining, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.